I get on the internet, and the first thing that popped up was an article talking about this right here, the Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now, it's not about the gameplay, it's about what that person did to the cartridge, right? Now, let's just go back in time for a good little bit. So, y'all remember around the NES time frame, right? They had a fair amount of games that was, different colors. Zelda being the gold color. You saw some games that came in black. I think Alien Syndrome was a black cartridge. Then there was this one game that pretty much resembled like an airplane style game, right? The cartridge was blue. I cannot remember the name of that game, but it was blue, like a baby blue type color. Then you'll see other colors as well. That seemed to have been like the common thing with the NES cartridge, right? Then you go to the SNES. They didn't have no color cartridges. Everything was just that standard gray. Then you go up to like the GameCube. They kind of did, not the GameCube, the Nintendo 64. They kind of did a little bit of something there. Anyway, the Donkey Kong was yellow. This person decided to paint this cartridge yellow. Now, fast forward all the way up till now. So the cartridge for the Switch 1, black. Now for the Switch 2, they all red. Someone felt like this game should have been yellow. They go and paint the cartridge yellow. They put it inside the Switch 2. I haven't watched a video on it. After I do this, I'm going to see if I can find something on YouTube just to see what happened. But based on the article, the console itself is still very functional. However, the game is stuck inside of the console. And they were saying, based upon that particular article, that was like, well, this person could probably put it up for sale or something like that and then go buy a whole new Nintendo Switch 2. I'm wondering who would actually buy that. So Nintendo, anyway, well, it's not so much about Nintendo. It's all about the people who make these games, all right? They should have went ahead and made this yellow. And not just because of Donkey Kong or whatever, right? Take a few other games and add different colors to it, Now, it's not going to really pop out as much. And they probably most likely thought about it because look at this. Just look how small that cartridge is, right? So they was like, well, the chance of somebody actually like giving a damn is very small. But still, somebody most definitely gave a damn. So I would like to think that if they made that yellow, that would have outsold Mario Kart World. I read something. Well, that's also within that article as well. No. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. That was in another article. That was talking about even though Donkey Kong was very popular, this one right here, it fell pretty short of Mario Kart World sales. Now, had they made that yellow, it most likely would have outsold Mario Kart World. Just from the fact that it's yellow and not red. So, to the developers, when y'all make, this stuff for the console, go back in time to the NES era, right? And just start adding different colors for different games and stuff like that. So we all know with the Switch 2, the standard color cartridge would be red. Super red power, super magnificent, super awesome, all that type of stuff. When games like this come out, well, do a yellow. So if y'all do a part 2, which they're going to be a part 2, I got a feeling it's going to be a part 2, make that one yellow. When you all do another Zelda type game, do gold for that. Just like the NES one, right? Do gold or something like that. Certain games, add a little bit more different colorations to it, Just do that. I think, in my humble opinion, that'll make sales go up even higher just from the coloration alone for a specific style game. I'm happy with the color red. However, not everybody is me. Of course, obviously. That was a mark that was missed. All because it's red, not yellow.